Hello, my friends. Today I went by the bank. They have some dollar coins. What I'm looking for is the Wounded Eagle, 2000 Philadelphia. It's the only one that has that apparently. There's about 100 known to exist. The Sacagaweas, they're just 79s, no big deal. But we will see. Are any of these Wounded Eagles? Look at the first one. It's got a scratch on it, but that's not what I'm looking for. This one's not really circulated very much. There's nothing on this one. Like I said, about 100 of these are known to exist. Where there's 100, there could be 101, 102, or more. That's not either. So if you don't know what the Wounded Eagle is, it's pretty easy to look it up. And there's like a raised section that goes through the back chest of the bird, the lower chest, and that is an error. It wasn't supposed to be there. If there's 100, there could be 101, 102. There's so many of these made. So we'll go on to the next thing real quick. So I did get something today. I witnessed a guy I know, go into the coin dealer with a 10-ounce silver bar and some cash and sell him the bar and give him the cash and get, hello Element Brothers, get a Seated Liberty dollar coin. Those are very rare. Do not make a lot of them. And it wasn't in bad shape. Now, coins I bought were cheaper, much cheaper than that was, because that was like $700. The first three I'm going to show you are older. Not older, but I mean small. And this is a 1/10 Balboa, 1932. 90% silver, 2.5 grams. It wasn't $5. $2.75 for this. I like the way the toning looks on it. I have some of these already, but I think mine, I don't remember what year the 10th one I have is, or any of the other ones. I might have 2 or 3 of them. But you do want to smash your staples. Alright, 32. This one's older. The design looks a little bit different. This is Balboa in 1904. And it has a very similar back here. 2.5 grams, 90%. Cinco, how would that be pronounced? It's not centavos, it's centésimos, I guess. By the way, that these two ASWs on these should be the same, I believe. They look like they're the same size coin to me, but maybe this one's, I don't know. I didn't research that part because I thought $2.75. It's pretty much like no big deal. Get it. So we got a 1904, 1932. That's kind of nice. Now, this one's even older. 1832. Or I don't know whether that's 31. Yeah, That's the 1831 Mexican coin. 1 real. It's worn some. $5 it wasn't. It was $2.75. Someone wrote how many grams this is. I'll show you this. This looks a lot like the 8 real in design, just much smaller. For U.S. dime being 2.5 grams in silver. This, if 3.38 grams is right on this, it's almost a full gram bigger than a dime. Low, Kelsey, Jacob, and Therian Fox. This was for $2.75. It was a no big decision kind of coin. You just get it because it's cool. All right. Now I did get a little bit bigger silver coin. British, 1944, 2 shilling. There's the date, 44. This was during World War II when they minted this. It's kind of a neat design. I like it. And King George on it. This one, it almost feels like they did flatten the staple some. All right, there we go. It's got dirty toning on it, but I think it's natural. I don't think this has been artificially toned or nothing. The .1818, apparently that's the ASW of this, which is about the same as the United States quarter. It's a little bit bigger coin, but it's only 50% silver. Now, this last thing I got, I just happened to be digging through some other coins that were, this is 1837, 1 penny bank token. And then it's pretty neat looking. This side, it's pretty worn. But there's apparently four different varieties of this from what I found on the websites. 120,000 mintage. So it's a real low mintage. Now, he had it in a box. He said everything would be half off. Someone wrote $8. I said, I don't know if I think it's $4, if that's cool or not. So he had some room, and he took $1 off and sold it. And that's the way he is. I mean, my dealer, he wants to sell this stuff fast because an unsold coin does not make any money. So that was a pretty neat piece. It's a big, I believe, copper piece, maybe bronze. But, 1837, that's pretty old. So those were all pretty interesting little coins. Did not cost me a whole lot. Now, I did do some coin roll hunting. The last Canadian silver seeker. Exactly right. 1910. Found that in a penny roll. But yeah, Canadian silver seeker. Do you have one of these? Have you ever seen it? It says 1837 1 penny bank token. And then it's got this on the other side. It's got lettering around the edge, Providence. And then it's got this. Unfortunately, this one's worn enough that to tell it from the other variety, it'd be pretty hard. But for $3, I didn't think that was too far off the mark to buy it. Now, I did some cent roll searching, and I got 2 more rolls this morning at the bank. And I asked them specifically if they give me ones that look like they're older. And well, the memorial says older, and the dirty crustiness says older. So what I'm going to do, yeah, thanks for stopping by, Canadian Silver Seeker. Well, I was going to grab the little coin glass tray, amber, but I reached into the drawer and grabbed this one instead. So you get the Kelly green one, and these are called coin glass because of the Liberty Bell, Colonial Soldier. It has a date on it, 1887, a torch with a star, and the eagle with a date. This one has 4 different coins on it. Some of the other pieces, like this clear one, only have the eagle and the star with the torch. That's a toothpick urn. So what we're going to do is start this and start looking and seeing if it looks promising to have copper or maybe even a wheat cent. That does look promising. It's a mixture. I can tell some of these look newer. We'll take some of these out and see if we get lucky enough to get anything interesting. First coin's 92, 2000s, 94, drop 1. But I don't think it was silver or gold or copper. I'll get it right. That might be copper. These two are newer. This one looks a little older. It's 2000. It's not as old as it appeared. One 1/10 ounce 3/9 fine silver rounds made. No, the no FG is really rare. Well, there's a 64 right there, right off the bat. So we did get copper. That, I'm going to say that's a copper one too. 1980. This is a lot more nice than the previous 2 rolls I searched last night because they were all 2024 Denver. So at least I did get a copper in this. What do you say that one's probably copper? 1969 Denver. So I've gotten 3 copper ones so far. Hoping to get a wheat cent. But if I don't, I don't. But the copper ones have a destination as well. Well, that's going to be copper. 68. 1981 and older are copper. There are some 1982s that are copper, but what I'm looking to do, I want them to just be from 1959 to 1981. 68 Denver. So that's 4 copper. There's about 15, 20 coins left. See 2020, 2023 Denver. These look too new. 92. Yeah, those are all too new. And about 10 more cents in this roll. About 15 maybe. That one's likely copper. We'll get to it in a second. 87 is too new. 2012, there's a 1980. Denver. That's copper. Well, 83, that was close. That one right there. 98. This one's going to be hard to tell. The date, it's so crusty looking. Well, it's 1980. I thought it'd be harder to tell, Matt. 1980 is copper. So we got that one, about 5 more in this little roll, including that one, which I'm thinking is copper. Get these out. So that one, 79, it's copper. I'm thinking that's going to be copper too. 81. So the last 2 coins in this that were copper. So 79, 1981 Denver. So in this particular row, I got 7, which isn't too bad. But I was kind of hoping to get one of something like this. Hello, Littlefoot. This is 1910 wheat cent. Got that out of the roll last week, or maybe I got 2 of them in that one roll actually. I think it was last week or I don't remember when, but recently. Now let's see if any of this turns out to be copper. Yeah, by the weight. So copper cent weighs more than the zinc. 83, close but no cigar. There's one. That's an 82. That could be copper. I would have to get out a scale, but for my purposes, I don't want to deal with a scale. I just want to see the date and know for sure I've got copper. 75 Denver, 78. I think they're 3.1 grams. I think. I don't remember for sure. Anyone want to look that up and tell me? I'm going to put it in the chat. There's a 74 Denver. Denver. So I've got 3 coppers so far in this, about 15 to 20 coins in. That is 71 Denver. That's copper. 75, no, and no. So we got a couple more copper cents. 75, 71 Denver. Yeah, Dale, I think the 82 that are copper are 3.1 grams, but I haven't really looked. I know there's a weight difference because zinc weighs a bit less than copper. It's about like if they put aluminum in the center and plated it, it'd be very light. There's copper. $19.80. Actually, I think I'm going to do better in this roll than the previous one. Oh, no, that's not what I'm doing with them. You must not have been here the other time. I'll show you as soon as I look at these 5 coins. 66. No, no, no. 66. It's an eternity in coins. This thing could have been in someone's pocket for a while. I mean, 50 years, 60 years. Well, not quite 60, almost. Oh no, them poker chips are not real. I mean, they're real poker chips, but they're like advertisement pieces. By the way, I did go by a coin show, and they had this. They said free, take one. This is the car they had. Although this is not a great picture, but it's a low resolution thing. This is cruising my life away. Hot Rod Power Tour 2025. Old 71 Olds Delta 88 Royale. Kind of neat. But no, these are all advertising chips or old casino chips that they don't use no more. And replica ones. Then a few Harley Davidson theme ones. Because I like poker chips. And then the other ones on the other side are metal chips. Right here, they don't use them anymore either. Well, we're getting down to the end of this, and will there be any more copper? 84, 2001, 94, 73, 89. That's in the line for this search. The last coin I pulled out that's copper, 73 Denver. So how many did I get this time? No, this is the end of the line on this. 8 and 7 on the previous one. So I got 15 copper. And those who weren't around and seen this is what I'm doing with them. I got a coffee jar full of them. Well, this one's about 2/3 of the way full. And I'm working on filling up these Dixie bathroom cups with copper cents, and I'm going to put them in the jar. The goal is to fill it up. Now, before we go anywhere else, I've got 4 little stacks of these copper cents that I've gotten over the last few searches. But the other wheat cent I got was this one. In that one row, I got 2 in one row, in 1956 and 1910. But let's recap the coins I got again. Look at them in case you missed it early on. 1831 Reale, Mexico. And the 8 and 3 look different. So even though it's worn, you know it's a 3 and not a 8 and 2 8s. It's worn quite a bit, but for $2.75, I'll buy that every day. And these are both Balboa Panama coins. 1932, which a lot of you've probably seen this one with the Conquistador. This one's a little different with the design. Yeah, it's dirty. It says Balboa, 1904. The design on the back is slightly different. It's 2.5 grams, 90%. Same size as the US dime. That's silver. Like this one. It's 1954. I don't think it has a, nope, no mint mark. Got that out of a Coinstar reject. So that was kind of neat. And continuing on with the review, 2 shillings, 6.50, It's near melt value. It's about the same amount of silver as US quarter, which I think the melt on them after today or yesterday's price rise of silver is about, what in the heck, 693 for a US quarter. So that's what the ASW of this would amount to. Got a little nickel wear, but not too bad. So I got it right around melt. And then this final little coin, well, not little, 1 penny, 1837 bank token. 120,000 were made, $3. So it is worn, but it's one of 120,000. So I was going to get it. Hello, Teresa Carter and Miss Coin Crew. I don't really have anything else for tonight. I just wanted to go live and search them 2 rolls and show off these about $18 worth of coins that I got today. But by far and away, for me, this is probably the most significant one. 50% silver is not so great. Copper, it's okay, but this is pretty old, and it is a 1 Reale coin. I got a couple 8 Reales recently. They have the same pretty much design as this, just a much bigger coin. And 3.38 grams of 902.7 silver. They wrote 903, but that's rounding it off. And if you do take your coins, you talking about that? It says it's a Canadian coin. It says 1 penny on it. Right on the coin thing, 1 penny. It says bank token on it too. So I like the way this looks, though, the design of it. And for $3, I'm like, you know what? I don't know if it's really worth $3 being worn like this, but when I looked it up, 120,000 were minted. So I thought, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. But yeah, I've got 4-5 piles of copper cents I pulled from rolls. And out of the one from, looks like 8, 7, 8 again, 7, and then 8 again. So 38 copper cents. This is probably at least 50 or more. And this, I got another cup that I put my pocket change in. And oh, by the way, I took all the pocket change out of my pocket just to see how much change I would get in a weekend starting Friday. And I haven't searched any of this. It's all just US coins. But it's probably a couple bucks worth. And it seems like it's less coins than I usually get in a change on a weekend. So there's 5 quarters, a few dimes and nickels and cents. And doesn't appear that any of these are copper. Yeah, I don't think so. No copper cents. So that goes back in my pocket. What I'm going to go ahead and do, since we've been here for a little bit, I'm going to say thanks to a few people who came by. Dell Nottingham, Littlefoot, Canadian Silver Seeker. I didn't even notice Bottle Top Bandit slipped in. And there's a few other people that came in that I don't really recognize the name and don't know if they have channels or not. But Amused Anaconda Snake, thanks for stopping by. Teresa Carter and Miss Coin Crew. But that's pretty much all I got for this. I hope everyone has a good night. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. Silver could go up a lot next week, or it could retreat some. But one thing I have seen people saying, people are buying it again, like FOMO buying, because it's went up a lot. They figure it's going to go up a lot more. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to happen, because silver is a commodity. It goes up and down with everything else. And copper, not these, but these, copper, it's a commodity. Last time I checked, the value of a copper cent in copper was 2.87 cents per coin. So you'd have to have a lot of them to get any kind of richness out of it. I'm not really expecting that, but I do like the idea of filling up a whole coffee jar full of them just as a project, just something to do. But I did get 5 total wheat cents out of coin roll hunting recently. I already showed the other 2, and here's the other 3. They're all wheat cents. 35, 52 Denver, and 42. Fairly common dates. Oh, you inherited a whole collection of coins from your father-in-law who passed. Well, what I would tell you to do before you do anything with them, if they're in card mounts like this and you're thinking about selling them, you take them and sort out types. So if he has wheat cents in these, you separate all the wheat cents out. You separate your nickels, your dimes, quarters, half dollars, dollars, whatever there is. Then you go through each type and sort it by date and mint. That way, if you take it to a coin dealer, it's organized. And I would recommend depending on how big the collection is, getting one of these kind of coin collecting boxes. If I got one handy, I had one. This one's old and been through a lot. My coin dealer, I think he sold it to me for 50 cents. It's a box. It's designed to hold these kind of card mounts right in them. You put them in order by, like I said, type, coin, date, mint marks, and then you can take your red book if you have one and look through them and see how much any of them are worth, if any of them's not common. It's the key date ones that are really could be worth the most. I don't know what your father-in-law liked to collect, but if you like to collect key date type coins plus, I guess there was a price on it. It's $1, not 50 cents. But a lot of these come in different colors. I've seen a lot of red ones and black ones, and I think there's a few other colors, but I've not seen too many of them. And one of my coin dealers had a short one that's about half the length of this one. This one's right around 9 inches, and they make them bigger. They make them in double wide, and I actually have a couple of the 14-inch size, the ones that are double wides. But you want to arrange them in your box before you ever try to sell them. Oh, yeah, the coins around the world, if they're old enough, they can be silver, like these Panama ones in Great Britain and this Mexican Reale. They are silver. But the more modern ones, they're not silver. And they're really not. Most coin dealers I know, they'll buy and sell ones like this by the pound. These are either copper, They're really big cents. You imagine carrying a pocket full of these around? 1 penny. And I mean Queen Elizabeth's on it, so I mean they're somewhat more recent. They went to, 65, 67. But yeah, these coin dealer would sell them a piece for like 15, 20 cents, maybe a quarter. Or he'd sell you a whole bag of them that were sold by the weight. It's a pound. They're all 55 and over. That's fortunate for you if they're silver. But yeah, these kind of coins, this 2 shilling one, what date? 63. You have to know that for British coinage like this, it went from 50% to non-copper. 1946 was the last year it was silver, 50%. And before, I think it is, I want to say 1920, it's sterling silver. But that's pretty much all I got for this. But if anybody else that's watching this, if you inherit a bunch of coins from a father, father-in-law, grandfather, whatever it is, if they're not arranged in any kind of particular order, you do want to arrange them. And if they're foreign coins like this, separate them by country. Because when you go to sell it to someone, if you got a bunch of Panama coins like these, if you have a bunch of these and they're all right next to each other in order by their sizes and denomination, it'll make it easier to look up what they are. Because if they're not arranged, I don't know if you've seen the World Book coin thing. It's a book probably about yay thick with 100 years of coins in it, and it tells you the mintages, if they're silver, how much the content is, what the percentage, everything about the coin that you really need to know, including suggested value. And Numista, that's a very good site to go to. That's where I went to look at this up. 1837 1 penny bank token, Canada. You can look it up yourself and see that 120,000 were minted, so it's pretty low mintage. It's kind of a neat piece. But oh, hello, old country coin collector. I haven't seen you around a whole lot. I think you did stop at one of my lives the other day. It's good to see you. I don't know if you're still doing very many videos, though. I haven't been notified of any new video. But he does have videos, and this is a sticker he sent me a long time ago. And the Kansas kid, he does videos too. Frosty, I haven't seen him in forever. But I do want to wish everyone a good night. I got to get going. Oh, nothing recent, been moving. Okay. Well, y'all take care. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. Probably won't be tomorrow, though. So, have a great night.